This is some of the most important testimony that we've heard so far in this trial. I want to bring in psychologist Dr. John Delatorre and trial attorney Jamie White. Jamie, I'll start with you. So, pivotal witness for the prosecution, right? Said, in his opinion, the shots came from inside the car, talked about, and it seemed to corroborate what we heard so far, that the shots hit the victims on the left side. We know that the defendant was sitting in the left side of this car, in the left back seat. So it seems to suggest the evidence is pointing to him being the shooter. But you're hearing under cross-examination them not only striking at his conclusions, but also seem to suggest you revised your opinion and it's possible Cortland Henry could have been the shooter. Do you think they made good points, the defense?
Yeah, I think they're making great points, Jesse. Excuse me. At the end of the day, this is going to be a case of reasonable doubt. I think it's unlikely the defendant will take the stand. While it's possible, this is going to be a case about reasonable doubt. And the defense is being effective right now at challenging some of the scientific conclusions that the prosecution is bringing. I suspect they'll have their own defense witness, to deal with some of this because, we have a jury, a sophisticated jury, I suspect, but still we're dealing with trigonometry to some degree, and minds can differ. And, when you start talking about absolute conclusions, there's always somebody that's going to find something different. And I think the defense appears to be leading up to that argument that while this particular expert has drawn some conclusions, they're not perfect and there may be different interpretations.
Okay, rather short but sweet there. So Jamie, it seems to me that really she was just called to authenticate what is going to be surveillance footage, if I heard that correctly. And I find it interesting because I was wondering, would the state just finish up their case after the state reconstruction expert? But clearly not. They have more that they want to introduce. What else do you think that they want to do in their case?
Well, I think they're trying to help the expert as far as his conclusions. And I think this particular witness, while they didn't go into great detail, which surprised me, I think, she probably could have put people in a particular place if there in fact was surveillance that she was the custodian of. And so I think we're going to hear more. If we're going to hear any evidence, it's going to be in the attempt to help out this particular expert with his conclusions. And I think that's what this witness was all about.